Hello, ladies and lads. This is Lost Child 14,000. Be sure to like and subscribe. Just slather this all over your Twitter and Facebook so we don't get cursed by other dreaded time wizards. Just kidding, help me. Today I'm going to talk about Half-Life 3. No, not Alex or Hunt Down the Refund, but the Half-Life 3 that we got. The ones that no one seems to count as part of the party, like the neighbor's creative dildo collection. And much like the impact of supple silicone gently thrust into the waiting orifices of the girl next door, it's not hard to see Half-Life's impact on first-person shooters, or action-adventure games in general. But there are other games out there, especially around and after the release of Half-Life 2, that could, in all honesty, serve as spiritual sequels. What is Half-Life 2, anyway? A linear experience that slowly introduced features and mechanics mixed with first-person shooting, platforming, and a brand new gameplay feature or gimmick that everything else could be based around. In Half-Life 2's case, it was physics. First, we have Half-Life introducing story mechanics like it ain't no thing, and it was a huge step at the time because before, shooters were mostly exciting battle arenas with tons of moving enemies and some limited friendly NPCs that were just glorified set pieces that could be interacted with. Then in comes Half-Life with a slow day-to-day working of a bunch of scientists at a New Mexico laboratory. It was well-paced, went faster as you went along, and it used camera tricks and tons of mechanical exploits to tell a non-diegetic story. You went through the game trying to patch up the alien apocalypse and experienced things, instead of just having things be told to you. Then we got Half-Life 2, which was Half-Life but with physics. Physics that was well implemented and actually meant something to the gameplay, and other games sort of evolved from there. Half-Life, but you're losing your mind in the jungle. Half-Life, but cyber zombies are chasing you in a space RPG. Half-Life, but you have time manipulation powers. Half-Life, but you have other time manipulation powers. Half-Life, but it's an adventure game and you're a ghost. Half-Life 7 confirmed, you guys! And many, many more. The thing is, Valve might not care to make any more games that could easily get booed out of existence. The good news is we have enough Half-Life-esque experiences to last an entire generation and a half after the fact. I know. I saw it happen. And I'll always hold up Geist as an exemplar of the genre because it fucking deserves to be. I'd love to see a sequel where the nerdy scientist guy comes back to the military base as Danny Phantom, and France is infested with corrupted souls, even if it's just a game where you bum around the science office for a while, finding new ways to liven it the fuck up with ghost possession powers like a rendition of 5 Minutes to Kill Yourself, in reverse. And then there's the curious case of Time Shift. It's weird, but if you manage to get the game, with the cutscenes intact, it's a game about a mute scientist who's put into a time suit instead of orange power armor, and your boss hops out of a time bubble. He bombs the lab, and then you wake up in a totalitarian dystopia presided over by Mecha Stalin, as played by your boss. Your boss must have messed around in the past, but the game has you retrieve some data from your boss so you can jump back to your own present timeline and unbomb the place. Then the game ends just as your suit pulls you back through time again because the past is still fucked beyond belief. I was starting to wonder if the game had its own time loop where everything's perpetually fucked because we decided to fix the present instead of the past, or if there was a sequel in the works wherein we chase our old boss through the past like Quantum Leap's tribute to the Benny Hill Show. My point is, whether Valve or the fanboys decide to admit it or not, there's more Half-Life out there, and some of it more interesting than Gordon Freeman's latest adventures. Plus, with several competent fan games, and even a released hypothetical script for Episode 3, it's easy to see where Half-Life would have gone anyway. There's a bright side to the existence of Half-Life and everything that it inspired. We don't need Half-Life 3 as a society. We've all slowly left it behind. And then barely a decade later, the fanboys started hooting, "Half-Life 3 confirmed, you guys!" Well, thanks for finally joining the conversation, you uncultured gaggle of ignorant noobs.